Shalom, Yekutiel ben Yaakov here from the base of the Israel Dog Unit, the IDU, Yechidat HaKabanim Israel. I apologize for not making a broadcast for the last few weeks. We've had a lot of serious missing people cases, as well as some security emergencies that we've had to tend to. So we'll try and make it up today with two brief shiurim. The first one is on the Parsha of the week, Parshat Pinchas. Vayidaber Hashem Moshe Lemor. Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron Kohen. God says to Moses, saying, Pinchas, the son of Elazar, the son of Aaron Kohen, Heshiv et chamati me'al b'nei Yisrael b'kano et kinati. That Pinchas, the son of Elazar, the son of Aaron the Kohen, turned back my wrath from upon the children of Israel when he zealously avenged my vengeance among them. So I did not consume the children of Israel in my vengeance. And God is essentially saying here that he was going to destroy the Jewish people. There were already thousands of Jews that were dying in the plague. And therefore say, behold, I give him my covenant of peace. And specifically by his act of violence, by his zealous act to kill Zimri of the tribe of Shimon, Zimri ben Salu, and Kazbi Batsur, and Kazbi of the daughter of Tzor, and it shall be for him and his offspring after him a covenant of eternal priesthood. He's an eternal Kohen, because he took vengeance for his God. He did an act of self-sacrifice on behalf of God, and he atoned for the children of Israel. We see that there's a kapara here. This is an act of atonement by his self-sacrifice, by his act of faith, by his act of fighting against assimilation, and so on and so forth. We see that he actually brought a cure to the plague of his time, and we can learn here something about putting a stop to plagues, because we see throughout the Tanakh there is a common thread, a common theme that goes through all of these different cases of Magifot in the time of King David, and the time of Joshua, and the time of Moshe, and the time of Chet Egel. Everything seems to boil down to acts of faith in God, mostly connected to the service in the Beit HaMikdash, or service that we see also connected to the Beit HaMikdash, to the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. We see this over and over again in all the various plagues. Here we see also, the rabbis teach us that this act of vengeance was on behalf of God's namesake, and against the evil ones. It was as if he sacrificed a korban, a sacrifice in the temple. That's what the rabbis say in the Medrash Tanchuma. And we see this over and over again by King David. Also, we see the theme of the temple, that the plague in the time of David HaMelech, that it was not cured, it was not stopped until King David started to deal with the Beit HaMikdash and the Harabayim. And we see that in the time of Yoshua, and we see that with the ark that was captured, and that until the Jews started to deal with and respect the Aron Brit and so on and so forth, the plague didn't stop. And I think that we can see also a connection to this plague that we're experiencing now. I think they said 3 million already have died in America. 25,000 Jews outside of Israel died already in this horrible plague in the United States and in France and England combined. Even more, because those figures were from quite a while back. And we're supposed to try and understand what we can do to stop this plague. So we know one thing. We look at the Tanakh, we look at this week's Parsha, it's act of faith in God, that we know that for the Jew living in Chutzlar, it's the greatest manifestation of faith for him is perhaps to come home to Israel with his and her family. That's a tremendous act of faith. It shows our faith in Hashem. In Israel, it's dealing with mitzvot like building the Beit HaMikdash. There's nothing which is more controversial and which requires the Jew to show his faith in God. And maybe we can connect this indeed to this plague now, to this corona, because we see that the corona started immediately after Trump announced his deal, which was embraced by the Israeli politicians. we see that that's when it started, the very next day. And that's the deal that would compromise Jewish sovereignty over the Temple Mount and over 70% of Judea and Samaria. So we should take that to heart and understand that there is a remedy and there is a cure to this. And next year, which I'm going to give over in a few minutes, is going to talk about the right that we have and the obligation that we have to look into and to investigate and to see what God wants of us. Because so many people say that we're not supposed to do that, and that's crazy. And we're going to bring you evidence that that's the Jewish way to go. Thank you.